Wagering and fantasy audience. Found on major platforms serving the smart TV market. SportsGrid's real-time data transforms viewers into informed sports enthusiasts. Get the best in game live coverage during all the games, as well as the most in-depth pregame previews from hosts like Scott Farrell, Donnie Rightside, Ben Stevens, Gabe Morency, and many more. To find out where you can watch SportsGrid, go to sportsgrid.com/watch. It's smarter to be on SportsGrid.
And now, it's time for Southern California's sports fishing voice. Let's talk hookup. For the next 2 hours, join Pete Gray, Rock Cod Rick Maxa, Cory Sanden, and this week's special expert guest for fishing information, new techniques to catch more fish, and the most current scoop on what's happening in the water. Let's Talk Hookup is sponsored in part by Ford, the official truck of Let's Talk Hookup, and Shimano Rods and Reels. Fish with the best. Shimano. Get ready for the fastest 2 hours on radio with the hosts of Let's Talk Hookup, Pete Gray, Rock Cod Rick Maxa, and Cory Sanden.
Good morning, anglers, and welcome to Let's Talk Hookup. Man, do we have a great show for you today. We are going to be talking tackle and talking tackle day. We have Doug Kern from Fisherman's Landing Tackle in the studio today. Going to be lots of fun. There are so many deals. I've been a part of a lot of tackle days. This is the one. I think the best one yet. Going to be a lot of fun, and we're going to be talking about it and talking to you and answering your questions. The guru of fishing tackle is joining us this morning. You're listening to Let's Talk Hookup, Southern California's sport fishing voice on the Let's Talk Hookup app and the SportsGrid Radio Network. Everyone has their go-to fishing spot. My spot is Kingfisher Charters in Sitka, Alaska. Rock Cod Rick here to say if you're looking for the ultimate Alaska experience and the best value in Alaska, it's Kingfisher Charters. Owner Seth Bone and his crew consistently deliver deluxe accommodations, the finest food, world-class fish processing, and top-of-the-line fishing experience. We've literally sent hundreds of our listeners to Kingfisher, and they all can't wait to go back. Most Alaska resorts make big promises, and they don't deliver, or they'll nickel and dime you to drive up the cost, but not Kingfisher. Everything is included. Your license, fish processing, super deluxe accommodations, amazing food, airport transfers, your gear. Literally all you need to bring is your layer clothing, and Kingfisher covers the rest. They also have the finest boats and charter captains in Sitka, all for the ultimate value. Take it from me. Book your trip to Kingfisher Charters and you'll thank me. Kingfisher Charters. 800-727-6136 or check kingfishercharters.com.
If there's one thing we like, it's choices. And your San Diego County Ford dealers is the place to start. With a full lineup of vehicles and available powertrains, get your ideal combination of power and capability with gas, hybrid, or all electric. But more important than the power you choose is what you choose to do with it. Visit your San Diego County Ford dealers today. They'll be glad to hook you up.
If you're into saltwater fishing, listen to this. Saturday, November 2nd, it's Tackle Day at Fisherman's Landing in San Diego. Hi, this is Doug Kern. We are pulling out all the stops on this one. Over 20 manufacturers reps like Shimano and Power Pro. Check out all the Shimano and Power Pro product we have, like the all-new Talica A Series Reel. Backed by popular demand, the Shimano Tranks Casting Contest. Cast a Shimano Tranks 500 and a Shimano Terramar 90H rod and show your surface iron casting skill. You'll see Shimano Terramar is the perfect rod to handle tough fish. The secret is TC4 blank construction. Match your Shimano Terramar rod with the Shimano Tranks 500 reel. Shimano's X-Ship and HEG technologies in the Shimano Tranks combine to provide massive cranking power with a smooth and effortless retrieve. It's our biggest sale of the year, Tackle Day at Fisherman's Landing. Unbelievable pricing on tackle, clothing, and accessories. Saturday, November 2nd.
All right, welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup. And as you said, Rick, one of those shows is just full of sales and a big day next week, right?
Ooh, yeah, you're not kidding, man. Yeah, next Saturday is the big one, and we have Doug Kern, who's been feverishly working on Tackle Day, especially when somebody that helps take some of the workload has been out with a busted hand and not doing anything in vacation. Doug has been a madman trying to get Tackle Day together this year. I get to watch every part of it, obviously working with Doug, and I think this might be the biggest one we've ever done.
Well, there's
in terms of deal, like I don't know, I'm pumped. This is going to be a massive Tackle Day.
It is, and I mean, there's a lot of things that went into making that so, and so it all started back in COVID. So I mean, several years ago, there was a supply chain issue. We had to expand the number of vendors that we carried their product. Some of them that, weren't really our A+ number one things, but, we had to have several different knife jig companies, several different line companies that, were kind of fringe for us, but, we had to have something to sell. So over about a 3-year period, we built up our inventory. We were grossly overstocked, and stuff was coming in like 2 years after we ordered it. We just were writing purchase orders every week, and then whatever came in, it was a crapshoot. Oh, look at that. This, whatever box came in, look at this PO. It's from 2021, and here it is 2023. Well, the supply chain issue has worked itself out, and we're getting back to carrying just the A+ items that we've been, accustomed to carrying. So we have a lot of inventory that it's time to get rid of, and a lot of it's really good stuff. We're going to go through this list as we go through the show, but all I can say is if it's in a yellow box or if it has a yellow tag, you better buy it. A lot of this stuff is 60 to 70% off.
Wow.
We just have to make room for our A+ items. And in the meantime, things have changed and evolved, and different companies have come out that we really like. And so, but we've got every category. We've got rods, reels, line, fluorocarbon, every imaginable jig, from irons to knife jigs to vertical jigs, accessories, all of that stuff, Spectra line. And so in addition just to our normal deals that, we like to have for Tackle Day, which we pull out all the stops and discount things heavier there than we do anywhere else. That's our one day of the year. We do, it's partly customer appreciation. We want to give everybody a deal. It's partly turning inventory into cash so that, we have the capital to get through the winter months, which, these days, the fish bite in the winter months,
Yeah.
so it's not as important, but still. So we do every category, and we're going to discuss all that throughout the show, but it's just where the perfect storm has come together, and we have stuff that is very A+ viable stuff to catch what we're catching now: bluefin, yellowfin, all of the above, yellowtail. We had a great yellowtail season, and this would literally be the time to stock up for if you have a trip going down to the, the East Cape. You've got a trip, you're going down to Loretto or LA Bay or, whatever you're going to do this winter. And then as you come into the tuna season, you can literally stock up on everything at, almost a minimum of 33% off, up to, like I say, 70% off. So it's, I can't stress enough that, and Tackle Day is not only about the deals, but that's part of it. But I have to just stress this, we often say it's our biggest show because every year we try to improve it, but this one is over the top the biggest one we've ever had.
Mainly so much because of what you described earlier, having so many things that, at the time we like to carry these 4 jigs. Well, you couldn't get those 4, so we got extras. There is so much A+ stuff that just now going forward doesn't need to be there. You don't need to carry 15 things of this, so we're going to trim it back down. And the anglers who gets to score on that.
Oh, my gosh.
It's so good. The other thing that makes me so proud is Tackle Day, like you said, that's our sale. That's the Fisherman's Landing Day. We have awesome deals for Day at the Docks and PCS and all those things, and we try to compete and give the best deal possible all the time, but this is ours.
Yep.
And it's like a big deal, and this is when all the stops come out, including things like holding inventory back that would have sold during the summer.
Yes.
And honestly, financially would have been a better move because it would have sold for a higher price. But it's so important to make this day special that we reserve things just for that, just to make this day special.
Yep, absolutely. And I'm thinking, we have high quality West Coast rods that, we bumped up so many manufacturers, and they were 100% viable rods, but we, typically we can't carry every rod that's made. We've got limited space and limited dollars, and so we carry what we feel are the top brands. But some of these are A+ saltwater rods. We're going to throw them in a half off bin.
Yeah.
If you want
Crazy, half off?
Yeah, you want a 40-pound, yo-yo stick. You want a rail rod. Whatever it is, and blanks. We've been finding some deals. We're not the only ones that got in that situation where supply chain issue, everybody got overstocked. all these manufacturers in the same boat. And so they've been offering us deals. We've got an inshore Berkeley rod that we normally wouldn't carry, but it's a very viable saltwater bay and calico rod. $59.95, is the normal price. And we got one of our good friends, Justin Poe, to, before we bought him, to say, yeah, this is a viable rod for your market. And they're going to be half price, $29.
Are you kidding me?
And Cory, this thing is legit. I mean, legit. Cork tape handle, trigger stick. I would say it's from spotty to mid calico. Great lead head and swim bait rod. Great. I mean, it's a very legit
or
bass
fresh
rod.
water.
Yeah, for sure.
But let's say I don't want to use it, right? I mean, I've got my set of a dozen rods that I love, right? But what about I'm taking a child or my grandson or...
I mean, for $100, you can buy your family of four.
That's what I'm saying.
A rod per person.
Yeah.
And if they break it, you know what I mean? If they double it over and I stick it, or it's, hey, $30.
Yep. Yes to everything you're saying, but that doesn't even blend to the quality that the rod is. Like the rod is nicer than that. You know what I mean? Like it's nicer than just I'll get this for somebody else. It's legit. It really is.
Wow.
Yeah. They're $29.95.
We pulled on it.
Yeah.
Because we don't want to give somebody junk, even if they...
Well, I know you can stop there. I know if you purchased it, Fisherman's Landing, it's legit.
Yeah.
That's all I need to know, right?
We're very fortunate to be in the position that we're in. We get hit up once a week from this to that to the other. And we see a lot of stuff that's great that sometimes, we just don't have the space or that's not the right time for. We see a lot of space we see a lot of things that are very attractive price. Like, this looks right, and you could slap a price tag on the thing and probably make a bunch of bucks. But if it doesn't pass the test, like, man, this thing bends too flat, it's too soft, whatever the scenario is, we just don't go down that road. We can't.
But you did on this one.
I had a spinning reel come on my cell phone yesterday.
Yeah.
Hey, Doug, we've got a closeout. You got to buy a minimum of 15, but we've got unlimited amounts. And I researched the whole thing, and it just wasn't for us.
Yeah.
But, we get these offers more so now than we did for the 3 years of the supply chain issue. If you had any spinning reel, it sold.
Yeah.
I'm talking like the little 2,000, 3,000 size.
And that's where people hadn't gotten out, and they maybe didn't fish at all, but they wanted to. They wanted to get out. Yeah.
Want to try surf fishing. Want to try whatever.
Right. Fish the lakes or whatever it might be.
Can I say, and I don't want to give away, but can I say what I think our very best deal is?
Please, I want to hear it.
Yeah, I mean, I can't imagine that you could pick just one, but go ahead.
First generation Talica.
Yeah.
Can you tell us what that is?
I can agree with you on that one. This is one that comes along once ever.
Yeah, and this is what I was talking about when I said we saved things that we could have sold at a higher price, but we wanted to make this day special. This is that.
Okay.
So I think a lot of people are already familiar, but Shimano has been converting over to Generation 2 Talica reels. There's a lot of improvements with the drags, the frame, and so you've got to work through the original inventory. Well, let's face it, Talica has been the state of the art, the industry standard for 15, 18 years. I don't know, whatever it's been. So they converted the 20 and the 25 2-speed Talica, and they came out with the Generation 2 about August, and we just put a jag of those things away for Tackle Day. Yeah. We're going to do 20% off, which is unheard of for that reel, and free Spectra. So you're going to save basically $300 on arguably the number one reel that we've used for these bluefin for the last 8-10 years. I mean,
ridiculous.
This is your chance if you've been wanting to get one and thinking, well, I can get the Speedmaster. It's a perfecly serviceable reel, which it is. But now you can get your Talica that you've been wanting to get. I mean, we're basically going to be a few weeks away from the holidays. I mean, if you've got somebody on your list, I mean, you can get this at a price that's affordable. That is an A++ state of the art,
brand new in the box
standard that anybody would consider the number one reel for what we do, and that's this bluefin cow fishing. And I mean, they come with 2 cams, so you put the shallower cam on there, use it for your trolling rod for marlin and tuna and all the local stuff, or down at Cabo for, striped marlin fishing, whatever. This is a wide use reel, and you're going to, basically it's about $300 you're going to save.
That's crazy.
It's unreal. Yeah. At least I mean, depending on the Spectra, it could even sneak up more than that. It's such a good, that's my favorite one. I'm so proud of that. And
no, I didn't think you were going to pull it off. You did.
Yeah. that's the one for sure.
It is.
And like I said, as soon as that happened, as soon as, Trinidad or Talica 20 and 25A, the new versions came out, that was the thought. Like, well, we could trickle these away. I mean, it's Fisherman's Landing, guys going on the boat, grabbing their big bluefin gear. We would have sold every one through the summer, but we didn't. We boxed a bunch of them up.
We could have done 10% and no Spectra, and they would have gone in like 2 or 3 weeks.
Totally.
They'd be gone.
Yep.
But you saved them for next Saturday.
We saved them for next Saturday. We doubled the amount of discount, and you get free Spectra of your choosing to put on the reel. Hollow, solid, multicolor, single color, whatever you pick. It's not, we didn't go buy some cheap off-brand Spectra to just get to say this. That's why, again, this is such a
You want your multicolor, Iser, Jerry Brown, Power Pro, whatever you want. We'll put it on there. We're going to fill it for you that day.
Yeah, filled by one of the experts at Fisherman's Landing. It's not a kid in high school that got hired one day to try and do that. That's going to load your Spectra loose. Like it's the real deal.
So this year I kind of fell in love with Max Quattro.
Yeah.
So if I want, and I know it's a little more expensive, but can I pay a little bit more to?
No, it's
you
free.
couldn't pay more.
You're kidding me.
It's your choice. You want Max Quattro? Max Quattro is what goes
on.
Like you want,
hollow Ace.
You want hollow? Whatever. Like that's the deal.
Wow.
Like, and that's why I was saying that that savings it could sneak up over $300 because some of those Spectras, you pick a very premium, hollow Spectra. It might be $150 or $200 to fill a reel. Well, that's
crazy.
Well, some of those are $38. You take 500 yards, it's $190.
Yeah.
And
it adds up.
And then the discount on the reel, it's a $150 discount off the reel. Yeah.
It's crazy.
I like the
that's
deal,
my favorite
man.
one. And that is a scratch of the surface of what Tackle Day is all about. And again, just like we were talking about yesterday, swordfish and bluefin and like the big ticket things, they always get the flash bulbs. The little things might be the best, but might really be the best parts of Tackle Days. How about walking in the store and seeing, our selection that we're so proud of, MC Swim Baits, and of all of them?
Well, right now, like I just went in the shop, and I was in there last week too, checking it out.
Right.
I've been building stuff up.
Yep.
It's going to be jugged come this week. Yeah, just stand by.
And then it's going to be empty on Sunday.
Yeah, I love it.
All of them. Every
Yeah.
MC Swim Bait, 2.5-inch skinnies to 7-inch viejos to 8-inch weedless, everything. Buy two, get one free.
Yeah,
You're
kidding
me.
if
Buy
you-
two, get one free.
No
if you
no
have
limit,
a-
no rule, no exceptions.
Crazy.
If you have a trip planned to Cedros next year and you're going to, that stuff, you start spending $3 or $4 on the bigger plastics and
It
you're
adds
going to
up.
buy 50 of them. If you if you get a free one for every two that you buy, you're saving a third of your money right there.
33% off. Are you
Yes.
kidding
Yeah,
me?
totally.
That doesn't happen.
And all the lead heads are the same. All the hooks are the same.
So, but that's all the lures and all the two fish jigs. Brandon is
Two fish, buy two, get one free. So
is Bodan going to be there?
they're going to have a booth here. Yeah. So
Awesome.
this will be the first time that a lot of people have ever been able to, shake the hand and get the story behind the company and all that kind of stuff.
And Bodan is such a cool, just free-spirited.
Oh, yeah.
I could almost see him wearing tie-dyed and Grateful Dead style. You know what I mean?
Totally.
Just a cool guy.
And Matt Bralla is going to be there for the day also. And, we'll get into that later, but Matt Bralla will be conducting a seminar for us.
Awesome.
All about surface iron fishing, gear, tactic. I mean, and what a person to get to lead the charge, having the guy that drives to San Diego and has a jig company leading the jig fishing seminar. It's going to be so rad. Yeah, we're going to have
I know everybody's been trying to get the two fish because they've been so popular that it's been hard to keep them in stock. Well, they just have been bringing order after order. So our stock is built up, but I can guarantee you it's all going to be gone.
That one is going to fly.
You know what? They're so small and in a good way. Like Bodan and Brandon and Matt trying to make them and trying to. It's not easy being a small company and having desire for your product. I mean, it's
it's my favorite thing when we try to give Brandon a hard time and we're talking about it like, man, we can sell 200 of these things. It's like, he's like, dude, we're 3 guys in a garage in Santee, you know? But that's why the lures are so good.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? They're not mass produced by the millions overseas that you just stamp your name on. Like they're
legit.
They're legit. Like all of the good, you know, all those great swimming jigs out there, they share that thing. You know, they're still small batch companies. You know, I love it.
There's something else about Tackle Day I enjoyed too. It's not only getting to see all the manufacturers and Costa and Bob Hoos, and I've been next to the Olakai booth a couple times.
Oh my God.
Are they coming?
Olakai's coming, and they bring
crazy.
It's crazy.
I bring it up because it's crazy.
They bring all of their stuff that's closeouts
from the entire year.
Yeah.
And they save it up for this day, and the discount is just crazy.
Like crazy.
And it's all that nice stuff. I mean, their sandals and shoes and all the
for women and men and
well-known Olakai brand. I mean, I'm actually wearing a pair right now.
Yeah.
They're so comfortable.
I'm wearing a pair too. I got my Olakais.
They go, you know, I mean, the clothing business like turns over styles so fast nowadays that like throughout the year, they have replaced all of those things. They're still brand new, but that was last month's sandal, not this month's sandal. Yeah. Well, all of those last month's he saves all year long to then blow out today. It's so rad.
And I don't know how deep all the discounts go, but I know it's deep.
Yeah,
it's
awesome. I mean, we're talking like 50% off and well beyond.
Yes.
We've got a full 2 hours ahead of us, man. And we've got more to talk about the next 2 hours than we've covered in the last 20. And if you want to join us, please do. If you got a question for Doug, Rick, myself about the upcoming Tackle Day next Saturday, you're not going to want to miss it. It's in fact a live broadcast with Let's Talk Hookup.
Which we don't do a whole lot of live broadcasts anymore. And next Saturday is going to be one of the few for the year. Yeah, live at Tackle Day at Fisherman's Landing. Come down and hang out with us.
Yeah, we put chairs up for the audience to sit, and they can step up to the mic and ask a question. There's obviously the call-ins, and there's multiple guests because you've got all the who's who of saltwater sport fishing right there in the parking lot. So it's pretty easy to grab a celebrity and get their take on stuff and ask them a question.
I know. It's all good times. You want to join us for the next 2 hours, please do so. 2 ways to do it. 213-432-1090 is the way to do it on the telephone line. Or you can text us via the app. It's only done through the app. Make sure you leave your name and telephone number, because at the end of the show, Doug Kern's going to be flipping the coin. We're giving away $100 shopping spree at is it for Tackle Day only or for the shop?
No, it's like, go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say, you get $100 to spend at Fisherman's Landing Tackle whenever you want. With that said, it will certainly be eligible for Tackle Day, which would stretch that $100 a whole lot farther.
That's what I'd be doing.
Yeah, totally.
All right. So again, join us 213-432-1090. We're going to be right back with Doug Kern and Tackle Day when we turn on the Let's Talk Hookup app and the Sports Grid Radio Network.
Hey guys, this is Ali Husseini from Local Knowledge and BD Outdoors. I'm a lucky guy in so many ways, and one thing I'm really grateful for is my little brother, Yosef. Yosef is not only a fellow angler, but he's also an amazing realtor that specializes in helping us in the angling community find the ultimate home. If you own a home, get a free no-obligation evaluation online now by typing in SoCalHomeEval.com. That's SoCalHomeEval.com. All you do is put in your address, and you'll get a home value report immediately sent to your email. No pressure, no obligations, just answers. Yosef is the SoCal real estate go-to guy. He's helped me and so many of my fellow fishing buddies find what they're looking for in a home. He knows anglers and he understands the real estate market. Not only that, but he's also a really nice guy. How many brothers can you say that about? Go to SoCalHomeEval.com and find out where you stand in the real estate market, and then get with Yosef and find your ultimate home. Again, go to SoCalHomeEval.com and we'll see you on the water.
Hi, this is Christy Wheeler with Dawson & Associates Insurance, your full-service agency specializing in boat insurance, including charter, commercial, and personal use boats, business insurance, and travel insurance. We work hard to get you the most coverage for the best prices and guarantee the lowest rates available on all the travel plans we offer. So give us a call today at Dawson & Associates Insurance at 619-460-5615 for a free quote today.
The name that stands out among anglers is Fisherman's Landing, your top choice in local and long-range fishing. Hi, this is Doug Kern. Our hardworking crew will make sure your fishing experience is one to remember. We offer the finest open party trips from 1 to 3 days, the best charter boats available, and of course, our world-renowned long-range fleet is second to none. Fisherman's Landing is a full-service operation offering great half-day trips on the Dolphin and full-day open party trips on the spacious and comfortable Liberty. Since we introduced the full-day trips at Fisherman's Landing, the 85-foot Liberty has become a favorite among full-day operations with bunks for your comfort, huge bait capacity, and RSW fish holds to keep your catch fresh. Plus, Liberty has a big modern galley and 2 interior heads with showers. All our open party trips from half-day, full, or 1 to 3 day trips can easily be booked online at fishermanslanding.com or give us a call at 619-221-8500. I'll see you at Fisherman's Landing in San Diego. Saturday, November 2nd is Tackle Day at Fisherman's Landing in San Diego. Seminars by saltwater expert, great deals on tackle, top tackle reps like Aftco, Psycho Pro Fluorocarbon, and incredible deals on Aftco clothing. Tackle Day at Fisherman's Landing, Saturday, November 2nd.
Hey everyone, James Holst here with Norsk Lithium, the official battery partner of Let's Talk Hookup. Here at Norsk Lithium, we have 2 goals that drive who we are and what we do. The first is to make the highest quality, longest lasting lithium batteries available with a complete lineup of batteries that include 12, 24, 36 volt and starting batteries. Second, in addition to offering a 10-year warranty on all Norsk Lithium marine batteries, we provide amazing customer service before and after the sale. Check us out online at norsklithium.com. That's Norsk lithium.com, or call us at 831-232-9063. Or to see Norsk Lithium batteries in person, stop by the Trolling Motor Doctor in Lakewood or Anglers Marine in Anaheim and see why Norsk Lithium batteries should be in your boat.
No matter where the adventure takes you, we've got you powered. Norsk Lithium.
All right, welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup. And I know we're talking Tackle Day and Doug Kern in the house, but man, you see the load of fish out from
Oh my God.
From the Searcher and the Shogun, the XL. There's so many boats in, and the docks are just loaded. I walked down there just to check it out before the show, and man, it's just there's a lot of tuna.
Long-range fishing is alive and as well as it's ever been. This has not happened as long as I can remember. I mean, you used to go down to Aleos and catch your 50 to maybe up to 100-pound yellowfin tuna and go to the ridge, and there'd be some schoolies, and that's where you get, a few wahoo and maybe some dorado and yellowtail and that kind of thing. And the yellowfin fishing, there was so much spread of that good quality 40 to 80-pound yellowfin. Everywhere you go, you just drive up, and they always say it's fishing, it's not catching. This is catching. They are absolutely having the bonanza of all bonanzas on yellowfin tuna fishing this year.
Insanity.
It's wild. I saw the on social media, the deck of the Liberty last night, who I believe was on a 2-day trip. It was covered in, in
yellowfin?
Yes, Cory, and they were like a 50, 60 pound average.
Crazy.
It was wild. Watching the guys, do the full long range style gill and gut process, on all their fish before they slip down to the RSW. Like it literally looked like, I don't know, like an epic day at Guadalupe or a day at Clarion. I mean, they were like it's 50s and 60s and 70 pounders.
And I've heard of fish up to 90 or even better than that. And that stuff's not very far away. It's so cool. Incredible to see that.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, it's probably a minimum 2-day trip, really.
And there's some day and a half getting in on it. But
I watched the Royal Star on Ty the other day, and they were going on a 4-day. I'm like, oh my God, they're going to have such a great trip.
Tee off on those
and they
things.
started out with 100 yellowtail, and then they just annihilated the yellowfin.
Wow.
And they were able to come in and anchor up and get out of the weather and just have.
It's awesome to see.
What a beautiful trip.
Well,
God.
Speaking of that insane fishing that's going on, we had our Let's Talk Hookup 7-day trip on the Shogun that happened last week.
Oh, is that what I see unloading?
You got it. Yeah. And Ron Lane was our charter master of that trip and happens to be on the line right now. So we're going to get firsthand account. Ron, was it really as good as it looked? Good morning, buddy.
Yeah, no, Hey, good morning, guys. I got to tell you, that was the funnest trip I've ever been on. Great
And that's
guys,
saying
great
something.
Crew. And when you were just saying that, about the deck loaded, I never seen anything like it. We could, bunch of old guys dancing around tuna on the deck. It was hysterical.
That's so cool.
Best fishing. And hey, Doug, you hit it right, nail right on the head. You cast off to the corner and you're bit.
Right.
It's that fast. And then
Crazy.
you go through all these gyrations with 4 or 5 guys dancing with 60-pound tuna. It was so amazing.
That's so cool.
And and the guys running, Speedy. Come on.
Oh.
He's so funny as a deckhand. That guy is great.
Yeah, he is.
We had Steve on there, and we were literally gaffing fish over the rail nonstop. On our way down, Speedy saw some puddlers, and he stopped. We had 25 yellowfin in 30 minutes on the deck, just on the way down.
I was going to say it was like supposed to be during travel time, right? Where a lot of guys didn't even have their gear put together. Like, oh, we won't be fishing until tomorrow type of scenario. Like, oh wait, never mind, they're right here. Let's just let's check this out.
Let's get one per round just for fun.
I had just put a couple of hooks on, my little Talica 10s, and figured I'd start get ready. And all of a sudden the engine stopped, and we did one of those crazy Ivan turns, and there we were.
That's so cool.
My bait hit the water, and I was on. I'm going, oh, this is going to be good.
Yeah, that's a good start. Ron, what an amazing trip. And that trip is so fun because the year after year, it has so many great folks that repeat and go with us. But it has just done so many different things. And that's what I love so much about this time of year. That trip has had awesome trips in past to Guadalupe. It's made unbelievable big bluefin, great yellowtail at the coast, and then here we are this year. It was fantastic yellowfin fishing. Like, it just seems that it's positioned in such a great time of year, but what you're going to catch seems to vary every time.
And after we caught, just limits of yellowfin, then we started trolling for, wahoo, and we couldn't keep the yellowfin off the wahoo.
Oh my god,
that's so rad!
They were biting, those wahoo bombs like crazy. They bite anything.
Oh, what a problem!
That's so rad.
Yeah, it was a great problem, and we did get a good workout, and I did get my very first wahoo on a bomb, and I got to tell you, I was so nervous when they pulled that over. I did not want to lose that.
Well, that's awesome. Well, Ron, congrats on your first who on the bomb and hosting an amazing trip. I know lots of giveaways and lots of fun, and I'm just so glad you guys had such a great experience. And
it's a great group of guys on the boat, and it's a great group of guys that go every year. It's almost like once you're in, and you come back every year. I really enjoyed this trip. It was relaxing, but yet really, gosh, I have not seen that many big yellowfin on a deck. And most of the guys were commenting that, saying, look around, this never happens. And I go, no kidding.
I think Ron's hooked.
Those guys are so fast and so good at what they do, crew member wise, that if the fish are coming on board the boat faster than they can process them and send them down, you're on one hell of a good bite. Well, Ron, I'm so glad to hear that the trip went so great. Killed it. We'll look forward to doing it again next year. Keep an eye out on the Shogun Sport Fishing website once the dates get official and get locked in. But an amazing job. Thanks for being such a great host, and man, congrats on just an awesome trip.
And as a side note, more than half the guys were talking about tackle days next week.
Oh,
so
good.
I just absolutely know they're going to all be down there with all the gear we lost.
Do you know what's an interesting dynamic? All the guys that are leaving on their trips today are like, I can't believe I'm going to miss tackle day.
Yeah.
They're so bummed.
That's right. That's right. It was quite the buzz this morning. Everybody's
Nice.
going, the yellow tape on the park. Oh, it's tackle days. We're going to miss it. Hey, well, I'll be there. I got a lot of stuff I got to replace.
Oh, awesome.
Well, we'll look forward to seeing you, Ron, and then also the boys from Salty are going to be there in a big way with a big display and having some great deals. So, again, great job, amigo. We'll look forward to seeing you Tackle Day next Saturday.
Go get them.
All right, see you, buddy. Appreciate that very much. Phones are packed. You look like you had a good text. You wanted to go start off with
I do
Cory?
actually. It fits right in line with what Ron was just talking about.
Yeah,
It's
let's do it.
for Doug. Good morning, guys. I hear they're catching the yellowfin tuna on the troll, which we just heard from Ron,
and
right?
everything else.
Right? Do you know what they're trolling, and are you going to have them on sale next week at Tackle Day? Thanks from Steve in Fairfield, California.
Yep. So it sounds like it's not anything super specific that you would want to troll, but certainly any type of a smaller 4 to 6 inch, these flat plugs, Halco makes some and Yozuri, and those are always good. A cedar plug, you just can't go wrong with a cedar plug, and maybe even better, sometimes I like the cedar plug chain. And actually those cedar plug chains, another one of those, company got overstocked. We've got the painted ones, and they're 50% off. And then the regular, natural ones, buy 3 get 1 free kind of deal. But I always like something with a little bit of weight to it. We used to troll albacore feathers, and they'd stream on the top. And if the weather gets a little rough or windy, they don't really stay in the water all that well. So just a smaller plug of some sort, or a cedar plug would be my go-to.
We've got a new lure that we started carrying with the Wahoo thing going on. Those Nomad DTXs, what more can you say? I mean, they are a absolutely dominant Wahoo trolling lure. They get bites like crazy. They work really well. If you had to pick a con from the list of pros, is that the longevity isn't the highest. Like an old school Marauder, you might have that thing for 15 years or 20 years if a shark doesn't take it away from you. DTXs, you're going to replace them a little bit more often.
But they get bit well.
They get bit fantastic. But in the search of wanting to find that longevity, there's a company called Mag Bay that's making a full resin wired through trolling lure. For lack of better term, for just description wise, kind of think Mad Mac Marauder Cross out of a very heavy duty resin, very fast troll plug, it stays in the water fast, but not necessity. And that's one of again, Mad Max are awesome, love them, all good, but you kind of have to be trolling those things relatively fast to get them to swim good. We found this lure that we really like, very heavy duty, very strong, very good hardware, but trolls fast and slow. They kind of fits that bill. And they have a tuna size, in addition to a Wahoo size.
Cool.
And new. So don't get me wrong, but I got really.
And we bought those kind of reminiscent of the Mad Mac. It's a high-speed trolling jig. It was that little bigger size, bluefin, local, troll it at, 12 knots if you want to, but they had that smaller size. And you just know that thing is killer for the yellowfin.
It's got it written all over.
And it gets bit at 8 knots. So a sport boat goes 8, maybe when they're hauling buns to the next zone, you might get 10 knots out of it. But, if you're a lot of high speed trolling jigs have to be high speed to get bit. And these guys don't. We did a lot of research ahead of time, and this is the real deal kind of thing. They're a little pricey, but they're going to last you forever. So that's a trade-off there.
A little pricey, but Tackle Day brings a little.
Exactly.
Get your boys together, buy 2, get 1 free.
A little less pricey.
Exactly. Well, why don't we jump into the phone? That was a great text to get us started, Cory. Why don't we jump into the phone?
Let's do it. How about John? John Cohn from Dallas. Good morning, John.
Morning, John.
Good morning, guys.
How you doing?
I'm excited. I got a question for Doug. I'm going to buy a 16 Talica A. Can you tell me how many yards of 65-pound max quattro I could put on it?
Yeah, I mean, a 16A depends. Are you going to fill it pretty much to the top and then put just a short fluorocarbon leader? Or are you going to maybe try to put 30 or 50 or so yards of some other type of top shot?
Yeah, so what I'm going to do is probably put an 80-pound wind-on leader on the top.
Okay, that's fine. That's perfect. So I think you're going to flirt with about 500 yards on that reel, which is, if you accidentally hook the wrong fish or maybe the right fish, you've got a fighting chance on that. Usually we on these bigger fish, you like to have 400 yards, and actually 65. You're probably going to get more than that because the Quattro is thinner, and my mind always on that reel goes to the 80 Quattro, which is the diameter of 65, and I would consider that, especially since you're going to put an 80-pound top shot and you would get 500 yards of 80. Where we would go to a longer length of line might be marlin fishing, where they might zing off 500 or 600 yards real quick. But I would probably recommend going to the 80-pound test and get your 500 yards, and then put your 80-pound top shot over the top of that.
Especially since you're walking down that Max Quattro road. Regular 80-pound on a TAC 16, you just don't get a ton of it on there, but it makes a great small reel for fishing that. But I'm with you, Max Quattro, you're going to get more than enough 80-pound Spectra on there, and you're in such a better shape for fishing that 80-pound wind.
I'm not the biggest fan of 65 for the kind of fishing that we're doing, unless it's finesse fishing, a smaller reel, bait fishing like that. But if you did 65, you'd probably get 600 plus yards on there.
Crazy. Yeah, that's awesome. Well, hey, appreciate the phone call very much, and certainly like you said, whichever way you go, the deal, it's your call for sure. So whether you go max capacity or maybe line yourself up a little better shot for fishing the size wind on you're wanting, an 80-pound, and the size of fish that we've been catching these last couple of seasons, I think I'd bump up.
It's a great call, Rick. All right. Hey, we're going to be right back talking more Tackle Day with Doug Kern when we return on the Let's Talk Hookup app and a Sports Grid Radio Network.
Gamakatsu is not just all about hooks. There's so much more, including the new Gamakatsu fillet knives. Once you try one, you'll always want more. The new tools are also very special,
Thanks, buddy.
Including the Gamakatsu braid scissors made with ceramic blades so they'll never rust. Check out the new lineup of shirts and hats, and of course, Gamakatsu fishing pliers and boxes are amazing. Gamakatsu, much more than just the best hooks. Get them at your local tackle shop or at gamakatsu.com.
All right, it's time to talk about great gear from Shimano. And boy, we've already been talking about it all day, but you talked about that amazing deal with Talica. What more can you say about the Talica line of reels? When I heard they were going to redo them at, for this new generations out, the Talica Ace, it was like, what are you going to do? Like, how are you going to improve on this reel? But they did it.
But it took them quite a few years, and technology does increase, and they're not just putting features on to have some features that don't mean anything. You do have a better drag. The reel is now symmetrical on both side plates. They've just increased the fishability, and did they double the fishability? No, that reel was already the state of the art. But the tester was the 12 and 16. They came out last year.
Yep.
And everybody absolutely to a person loves those reels. And we finally got the size that we want for this bigger fish. And then you just have to imagine they'll come out with the smaller ones at some point. So the whole lineup will probably end up being this Talica second generation. Yeah. And it's took the state of the art reel and actually made it better. And really, I think there was a small bump up in price, but they didn't do this for a price increase. They did it because they're constantly improving their products, and we've seen it with every line that they carry. It's that's a quality company that they do things for the right reasons, not just for sales. The sales come when you do things right.
Well said, man. That's it. It's the Shimano Talica. Check it out at your local dealer, or better yet, buy one at Tackle Day and save some bucks. Or for more information, you can check out Shimano.com.
Saturday, November 2nd is Tackle Day at Fisherman's Landing in San Diego. Come see seminars by saltwater experts, great deals on tackle from Shimano, like Terramar rods with TC4 blank construction. Tackle Day at Fisherman's Landing, Saturday, November 2nd.
Let's talk candidly about long-range fishing. This is Captain Frank Capresti of the Royal Polaris and the Shogun. Nowhere on Earth will you find a fleet of long-range boats like we have in San Diego. We are fortunate to have several top-notch operations to take you to the most productive fishing grounds in the world. We all offer good food, comfortable staterooms, huge bait capacity, and top-of-the-line fish-finding electronics. So why would you choose the Royal Polaris or the Shogun for your next long-range trip? What sets us apart from the rest? It's pretty simple. The boats, the crew, and the service. From the moment you arrive at Fisherman's Landing, the service begins. We help you load your gear and do everything possible to get beginners or seasoned veterans ready to catch fish. When it's time to fish, the Royal Polaris and the Shogun have the edge there too, delivering the 2 best fishing platforms in the fleet. But don't take my word for it. Come fishing with us. If you want the best, it's Royal Polaris and the Shogun. For more information, call 619-226-8030 or on the web at royalpolarissportfishing.com or shogunsportfishing.com.
Lobster season is here. It's time to gear up with the best in the business. Promar, based in SoCal. Promar knows lobster and makes everything you need to catch these tasty critters. The Promar guys are hardcore lobster fishermen and have designed the most successful hoop nets and accessories on the market, including the Ambush Series hoop net line, the original hoop net designed for SoCal lobster hooping. Visit Promar on Facebook or on the web at promarahi.com.
All right, welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup, and man, just talking all the good deals and everything coming up for Tackle Day next Saturday, man. Unbelievable.
I can't believe it's already here. We work so hard, all year long, and then all of a sudden you turn around and it's
here
go
it
time.
is.
Yeah,
It's hard to imagine. We were talking at the break. We were lucky to have another vendor join us this year.
Yeah.
That's a very important and exciting vendor, and it kind of worked out because, we always invite the vendors back and 100% of them come back. Well, Cory was not able to attend this year.
I know, which is a bummer.
But
the lures will still be there for sale.
You're always in spirit, part of Tackle Day. So we all know that.
It's a part of my family. I mean, honestly, I'm only in so many shops, and they're all like family to me.
They are.
As you are.
the same way.
That's the old way that it used to be done in the tackle industry.
And I've missed a couple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, so anyway, we got a call from JRI Lures.
Yes.
And he just said, is there any chance, I really want to be there this year and I'm going to bring down some extra swag, to give away with the purchases. And I said, let me check it out. And sure enough, it just worked out that they're going to be able to come. So, obviously it's the buy 2, get 1 free deal. We got a nice fat order in right before Tackle Day here, and then he's going to be in the parking lot with some extra goodies, and I don't even know what he's bringing, but he's always been very generous with his giveaways.
So cool, and
we're really happy to have him here, Jerry here with JRI Lures.
He's the one with the Danny Wade special.
Well, he's got the Danny Wade special, and he's got several jigs that actually swim off the wall, which
so
is
nice.
and everybody's familiar with the 66 brass. When that yellowtail's super deep, 300 feet, that's the jig that gets down before any other yo-yo jig.
If you're not familiar with that one, it's a really unique jig. It's for reference, everybody always knows 6X Junior. It's an in-betweener size. It's bigger than a 6X Junior. It's smaller than a full-size 6X, but it's made of brass. So it's a very dense, heavy material. So it sinks really quick and gets you down, but it's a really good size lure to get a bite on.
Yep. And he was the first one when we had all that red crab about, 8-10 years ago. And everybody had to have a red 66.
Oh my God, those things are worth their weight in gold.
Oh my God.
Jerry's also very, very generous in terms of his donation to Friends of Rollo. He's a very big, kids fishing advocate and very big on it, and always does a lot of jigs to us. And I cannot make any promises, but I'm going to say it on the air, so at least there may be a little bit extra pressure on him.
Maybe.
Jerry has a few of the custom redone intruder lures, and I did see a picture of one the other day. So I'm not saying anything.
Are they hard to get? Are they not available?
Oh, they're a unicorn made of unobtainium, not a thing ever. Keep your eye out. Maybe on the raffle. Maybe. Yeah. Yeah. Just,
like it.
Yeah, keep your eyes out. That's all I'm saying.
Rick's full of good ones, man.
Well, the phones are packed up. The texts are too. I wanted to read this text from Ernie. He says, "Hey everybody, I got a quick question for Doug and for Cory. I need a rod recommendation for my Tranks 300. The one qualifier is it needs to be less than 7.5 feet so that I can fit it in my rod travel tube. What's your recommendations?"
Yep, my mind kind of goes to a Shimano Terramar, and they make 7, 7.5, and 8 foot. They make medium, medium heavy, and heavy. And depending on what pound line and what conditions you're going to be using that in, probably if you have to literally go less than 7.5, you probably have to go with a 70 medium. That would be a good call. But if it's more like bay bass kind of stuff, you could go, something even a little bit lighter than that. Phoenix makes a whole 2 or 3 different lineups of inshore rods. The best case scenario is if you can come in person to either tackle day or in the shop, and we can get a little more information on what you're going to use that reel for.
It's Doug. It's honestly, it's for skiff fishing, beach fishing.
Oh my God.
Cedros. The 300 Tranks is good for a lot of different things, and
it's very versatile.
It is.
And like you say,
I use it for popper fishing,
Yep.
but that's private boat style. Okay,
Yes.
that's not sport boat.
No, but if you jump on the Dolphin and go out to the kelp beds, there is no better reel than a Tranks 300 for
100%.
calico fishing,
Yes,
and shallow water rock fishing,
Yes.
and a small yellowtail and a halibut. I mean, there's multiple things that reel will do. But
so talking to 7.5 foot rod, I mean, the reason I bring that up is there's a lot of variety. Like you're saying, come down to tackle day and match it up with his style of fishing.
I don't think you could go wrong with the 70 medium Terramar rod, but there are, again, so many different options depending on what your focus is going to be. If you're a very variety oriented fisherman, that's one thing, but if you do just this, you might need a specialty rod. So it's hard without being able to ask you more questions.
Maybe a Seeker Cory Sanden inshore signature
the
series.
708.
Yeah.
I mean,
and so
707.
they've actually redone them in the last year.
Yes.
And so like the 706 is more similar to what it's like, almost a 708 from a few years ago.
Got
so
it.
it's kind of
little what you might have thought was a little on the soft side, now
skinnier blanks and just a little bit different look.
Cool.
A better look.
I love it.
Absolutely.
Yep.
I love it. Hey, with that said, we're going to appreciate the text very much, Ernie. With that said, we're going to find out what's biting out there, Cory. It's time for the catch report.
It is, Rick, and it's not just all about Gamakatsu and their hooks. There's so much more, including the new Gamakatsu fillet knives. Are they going to be at tackle days?
They are going to be at tackle day,
Okay.
and if you buy $25 worth or more, you go out to their booth, and they're going to give you one of their tackle boxes, and buy 2 get 1 free. Definitely the time to stock up for your next season.
Wow, crazy deals. And braid scissors, are they going to be there?
We don't.
The new ceramic. I want to see those.
Rick Carr told me about those, but
I'm sure they'll have them on the table.
everybody,
we'll be able to
they'll
check
have
them
the
out.
tools there. Everybody's trying to jump on with more products, and we just had to put the brakes on finally because we're a week away.
I'm sure Rick will bring them down. We'll come down to tackle day, and you can talk to Rick and see all the offerings from Gamakatsu.
No doubt about it, man. Well, why don't we start off up at Dana War Sport Fishing? Talk to our man, Captain Brian Woolley's on the line. What up, Woolley?
Woolley.
Hey, good morning, guys.
Morning.
Good morning. Mellow week for us up here. I don't know if it's kind of the same deal on the coastal scene down that way. Water temps for us, still kind of a cool 62 to 64, certainly enough to get bites and whatnot, but still a little bit of lingering red tide in our zone up here. So that coupled with the cooler water made things a little tricky for the half day guys. So the guys that were getting the bites this week on the half day trips were fishing light line. They were fishing like 8 to 12 pounds. Had to kind of scale it down to get the bites, sliding egg sinkers, reverse dropper loop setups down near the bottom. So some bass, sheephead, a few sculpin on those setups, and a little bit of bonito around 2 in that cooler water. Guys fishing those little jigs. We're catching some of that stuff this week. 3/4 day stuff has pretty much all been rockfish, and it's been good in both areas that we typically fish. The zone down below our harbor there off Camp Pendleton has been a good mix of fish, Boccaccio, and the red's been biting down that direction. Lots of dabs and other mixed rockfish going home with our guys there. In that sector, the 100-gram sniper jig fished really well. Out deeper on the 14 this week, we saw more good fishing for that bigger grade rockfish, Boccaccios, Floridas, and Chilis. 16-ounce sinkers for the guys fishing the live bait was plenty in the condition that we had out there. It was beautiful this week. And then the guys fishing the 300 to 400 gram jigs, those guys, I think, fish better than the guys fishing the bait. So that jig fished really well out there this week for our guys that, like to keep their hands clean and deal with jigs as opposed to bait. And then off the beach there, the Clemente, the Fury had some good bass fishing as well as some opportunities on the bottom fish there, sheephead and whitefish. few yellowtail here and there, and a sea bass in the mix. I talked to Marcus this morning. He's on the second part of a 2-day trip here. They had some good bluefin fishing last night. Good little sundowner bite. They ended up with 35 fish out of that, and that's 30 to 50 pound range. Couple that with some dropper loop yellowtail this morning at the island there on the squid. I think he had 5 fish there. That stuff was like 20 to 25 pounds, so good opportunity there. So just, classic fall stuff here still going on for us on the coast here and then off the beach away. So little wind in our forecast. I think the beginning of the week here, we'll see how that works out for us, but we're planning on being out every day this week. So give Landing a call, make those reservations. Our number here, 949-496-5794. Of course, you can hit us on the web too at danawharf.com.
Well, we'll take it. Like you said, I mean, in stable conditions, it might not have been the most blowout ever, but that's steady, good fishing. And, like you say, guys get tricky, catch them the way it is. Certainly plenty of good opportunities to go around, Willie.
Roger, just adjust and you'll catch. That was the name of the game this week.
I like it. Cool. Well, great job. Appreciate a great report as always, and we'll look forward to talking to you next Sunday.
All right, boys. Have a great week. See ya.
Really appreciate that. Well, hey, let's go live on the water right now. We're going to the tribute. Captain Mike Pritchard. Good morning, Mike.
Good morning, guys. How's it?
We're doing great. We caught a couple of little interference there, Mike. Good morning. We got you now?
Yeah, I have now.
Gotcha. Sounds good. How's things going on board the Tribute?
They had really good fishing. They got back this morning. I'm actually down here in Meg. We're doing a pheasant hunt up with the American tackle. We're at a place called Rancho Los Gallos. So that the service may not be all that great, but the guys had very, very good yellowfin fishing. They had 56 yellowfin, up to about 90 pounds for the day. Some guys did really well. It's kind of like pretty good. And everybody thought we were dedicated to just yellowfin, and the yellowfin didn't bite that day. We ended up going out west and just killing the blue.
Man, I just don't think we're getting enough, Mike. I hate to cut you off, Mike.
I heard 56 yellowfin.
The worst part about it is, we're getting like every third word, and all of those third words are really good ones. 90 pounders and big fish. Well, Mike, maybe we get lucky and get you in a better sell spot. But man, sounds like amazing fishing those guys had on board the Tribute. It's just
day and a half, man. Day and a half.
You get a sense that people have that feeling that things are winding down, and you get the even yesterday, some of the calls I had that feeling. Oh, now that things are like, man, it's not. It's like
not.
This might be the most exciting part of our season. It's happening right this second.
I agree with that. I mean, we've been waiting for these yellowfin for 2 months, and not only did they show up, they're 40 to 90 pounds.
And here's a crazy thing. We're looking at tropical clouds outside right now, right? Yes. The fog is parted, tropical clouds from that hurricane 1,000 miles away. That could not have hurt the situation.
That right,
That's all I'm saying.
Totally.
And I know we've got a couple northerlies coming down, but there's more influence from the south right now.
And those don't get super, like the concentration of that doesn't make it all the way down here. That doesn't mean we won't get some remnants of the outer bands, but like that stuff from the north doesn't make, like that storm, at least when we looked last week, it didn't make it all the way to us.
No.
We get a little bit of breeze from it, but nothing significant. I'm with you for sure. And that Tribute was a day and a half trip. I mean, that's big fish in day and a half. So 90-pound yellowfin. Are you kidding me? That's so cool. I love it. Well, a great addition to the report, and we'll certainly look forward to hearing more, and hopefully Mike will be able to get back into a little better cell zone.
I know.
Of course, he's hunting pheasants right
now.
Right?
Of course.
Yeah. What was I thinking? Saying live on the Tribute? Of course, I should have known better than that. He's got one of the boys driving the boat.
Rancho Gallo.
Exactly. Well, while we're waiting for Gundy, we got a whole lot of Let's Talk Hookup coming your way, Cory.
We do, Rick, and I look forward to the catch report. We've got that coming up. We've got more of your calls, texts, and you're listening to Southern California Sport Fishing Voice. It's Let's Talk Hookup on the Let's Talk Hookup app and the Sports Grid Radio Network.
Nice job.
24 years ago, I visited this amazing place called Hawaii Archipelago. I just could not get enough of these amazing islands, natural beauty, friendly people, and phenomenal fishing. I knew I had to spend more time there. Moving forward to today, here I am, a fishing lodge owner. Hi, this is Valerie Hilbridge from Queen Charlotte Safaris in beautiful Hawaii Islands, British Columbia, Canada. We are a boutique lodge just steps from the Sanskrit Harbor, offering a truly unique fishing adventure. Our fishing is world class. You will fish for king salmon, halibut, lingcod, and much more. Our fishing grounds are untouched, unspoiled, and surrounded by stunning scenery. We are dedicated to making your adventure an experience that will be a lifetime of memories. We will welcome you as friends, and you will leave as part of the Queen Charlotte Safaris family. You will come for the fishing, and you'll come back for the memories. We are booking now. Please give me a call at 1-877-815-2892 or check us out on Instagram, Facebook, or website qcsafaris.com.
Hello, this is Captain Mike Totter from Searcher Sport Fishing. Alongside my colleague, Chef Josh Evans, and our dedicated team, we invite you to join us aboard the Searcher. Our fishing trips range from 1.5 to 8 days, available May through November, and include charter options. We're committed to upholding a legacy of top-notch customer service, delicious food, and a friendly and talented crew. Book your fishing adventure online at searchersportfishing.com or call Rachel at 619-226-2403. That's searchersportfishing.com. We look forward to welcoming you aboard.
Great fishing is what Seaforth Sports Fishing in Mission Bay is all about. With free parking and fully stocked tackle shop, Seaforth Sport Fishing is a favorite among anglers. Come aboard top boats like the Aztec, Cortez, Endeavor, Apollo, Outer Limits, Elgato Doe, Pride, Polaris Supreme, Tribute, Pacifica, Pacific Voyager, and the Voyager. Plus, the new Seaforth, Sea-Watch, and San Diego offer the finest half and full day trips available. Seaforth Sport Fishing. For charters or schedule, check seaforthlanding.com. Run by fishermen for fishermen in Mission Bay.
Sports Grid Radio Network is the premier audio streaming channel dedicated to serving the massive sports wagering and fantasy audience. Found on the Sports Grid app and SiriusXM. Sports Grid's real-time data transforms viewers into informed sports enthusiasts. Get the best in-game live coverage during all the games, as well as the most in-depth pre-game previews from hosts like Scott Farrell, Donnie Rightside, Ben Stevens, Gabe Morency, and many more. To find out where you can listen to Sports Grid, go to sportsgridradio.com. It's smarter to be on Sports Grid.
The fish are biting and it's time to go. Hi, this is Ben, and you will see me at my dad's shop, Dana Landing in Mission Bay, or maybe in front of the shop on my kayak. It doesn't matter if you are out there on a kayak with me, on your boat, headed out on a sport boat. Dana Landing has everything you need. We call it the one-stop shop for a great day on the water because it truly is. Food, bait, tackle, beverages, and more. Our tackle shop, headed by John, is certainly one of the best. For freshwater tackle, nothing beats East County Bait and Tackle. These guys have the best rods and reels and the hottest lures and live bait. Our newest shop is Lemon Grove Bait and Tackle with a great stock of both fresh and saltwater tackle right in the heart of Lemon Grove. ECBT is at the end of the 67 freeway on Mapleview and Lakeside. Lemon Grove Bait and Tackle, 94 to Broadway in Lemon Grove, and Dana Landing is next to the Dana Lawn Tramp in Mission Bay. Check out danalanding.com for more details.
Saturday, November 2nd, it's Tackle Day at Fisherman's Landing in San Diego, and it's our largest sale ever. Plenty of seminars by saltwater experts and over 20 reps from tackle manufacturers like Fishworks, Owner, Phoenix, West Coast Jiggers, and Shimano. Don't miss all the great seminars, the huge raffle to benefit Rollo Kids, the popular casting contest, and of course, the huge sale. For the best ever tackle bargains, check out Tackle Day at Fisherman's Landing, Saturday, November 2nd.
The state-of-the-art long-range sport fishing vessel, the Independence, delivers the top quality, comfort, and fishability you look for in a long-range boat. Veteran captains Mark Bizzano and Paul Strasser built this incredible 112-foot vessel with the most modern technology and luxurious comfort available. Once you go on the Independence, you'll be back. Call Independence Sports Fishing at 619-226-6006 or check independencesportfishing.com.
And now it's time for more of Southern California's sports fishing voice. Let's talk hookup. This portion of the show is sponsored in part by Ford, the official truck of Let's Talk Hookup. Shimano Rods and Reels. Fish with the best. Shimano. And by Yamaha Outboards, official motor sponsor of Let's Talk Hookup. Here we go. Another great hour of Southern California's sports fishing voice. Let's talk hookup. Here's Pete Gray, Rock God Rick Maxa, and Cory Sanden.
Welcome back. Hour number 2. Let's talk hookup coming your way on, just on so many great platforms these days, on 1090 AM, on the Sports Grid Radio Network, my favorite way to listen, on the Let's Talk Hookup app. We're live on Facebook Live and YouTube, and just lots of great ways to take in Let's Talk Hookup these days. And what a great day this has been. Always so much fun having Doug in here.
Lots of fun.
Talking tackle. And, man, we're looking forward to another full hour, too, of we want more of your phone calls, more of your text. I mean, it's so rare that we have the expert on saltwater fishing tackle in here today. And obviously we're talking all these deals at Tackle Days, but we want, let's stump the man.
Right, exactly. I know it. I know. We, like you said, we've got a whole nother hour ahead of us and giving away $100 shopping spree to Fisherman's Landing. And
I was thinking about that at the break. So if you win the $100 gift card, come to Tackle Day and buy either Aft Coast Psycho or Seagar Fluorocarbon. You're going to get $200 worth because it's buy one, get one free.
That's crazy.
You can stock up for the next year on several sizes.
And why wouldn't you?
Why wouldn't you?
It's one of those things that just don't go bad.
No.
It's not buy 3, get 1 free. It's not buy 2, get 1 free. It's buy 1, get 1 free.
Yes.
Seagar Fluorocarbon.
Crazy.
Gold, Seagar Gold. The highest end one, not the closeout, not the funky brand.
I love
Afto
Psycho stuff.
Pro.
That's what everybody buys.
Yeah.
I love Psycho Pro, and the other one I've gotten geeked out on, other than Max Quattro, Power Pro. The other one I've gotten geeked out on is the Seagar Gold.
Yeah.
Yes.
That stuff, it's more expensive, but it's so much worth the extra cost.
I like that stuff a lot.
Like I do. I mean, I go in the shop and buy it just like any other customer. Maybe I get a little bit of a discount, but I'm still paying more than I would for the other, right? But it is legit. It's smaller in diameter. It's the abrasion resistant. I use it for surf fishing, for calico fishing, for tuna fishing, everything.
Yeah.
And it's buy one, get one free. Yeah.
Ridiculous.
I literally made the sign this week for Seagar Fluorocarbon.
Yeah.
And I wrote buy 2, get 1 free. And I'm like, wait a minute, no. I'm so used to that for the PCS and Day at the Docks. This is, you buy 1, you get 1 free. I had to throw the sign away and make another one.
I did exactly the same. I did text Doug.
That's hard to register.
I did text Doug the other night. I was updating our social media. I'm like, hey, man,
is it
I just want to make sure. Am I writing this wrong? Like,
it's just one of those things that doesn't go bad.
No.
Like, I mean, what my most popular for me is like a 40, 50, 60.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what it is in the shop, but if I was buying it, that's what I'd be getting.
It used to be 25, 30, and 40. Now it literally goes from 20 to 80 and then 200.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Wow.
Leader making, flyer rigs, that kind of stuff. We do a lot of 200 these days.
Crazy.
Even a little bit. You know what else is popular too? All of our charter type boats, those 4-pack, 6-pack guys, they're all been buying that 300-pound Psycho Pro.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That I mean, certainly Seagar Blue also, but a lot of those guys making those flyer rigs, we've been doing a lot of that 300-pound fluoro.
Wow.
Yeah, it's been fun. Well, hey, I did get a text from Mike. He apologized about the bad reception.
Yeah.
Obviously said he was down there hunting, but the rundown, they had 56 of those big yellowfins yesterday on their day and a half trip. 56.
56.
And not a group of like die-hard killers. A lot of guys that were just going out and some rental tackle, and they had 56 of those big ones. They do have a day and a half trip, limited load trip coming up. It departs on Tuesday, October 29th, and returns on Thursday morning as normal. There are 26 spots open. That trip is going to crush.
My God.
When does it leave?
It leaves on Tuesday.
Tuesday.
So yeah, a couple of days.
I might be able to make it,
dude. I mean, unreal that caliber is fishing, and hats off to Mike. Mike's been one of those guys that always keeps things going, keeps running, and like that boat takes advantage of such good late season fishing because of it. And there you go, another great day and a half opportunity to get in on that big yellowfin.
Do you think they'll eat the popper?
Oh my God, I want to do that so bad, dude.
They've been eating the popper, and bring your Seagar Gold,
right?
I
think I'd be using the 60-pound leader on that one just to get the job done.
Yeah, 50, 60 like that.
Yeah.
Any good popper deals coming up for Tackle Day?
We haven't gotten a chance to talk about hardly any of these, other than the blanket statement that there's a lot of stuff that we're thinning out this year because the supply chain issue is over. We've got we're just thinning out some of our Halco poppers. Still a first run jig. We're not getting rid of them, but we have like it averages about 60% off on Halco poppers. Just for an example, let's see if I can find one
check
here.
your notes.
So, I mean, the 160 is a real common size. We sell for $34.95 in the shop. They're $13.
What? It's normally almost a $40 lure.
Yes.
That doesn't even sound right.
So, and every other, so we have all 4 sizes of the Halco jigs, and they're all like 60% off because, you know, during the heyday of the supply chain issue, we were just hoarding tackle like crazy, and we want to thin some of it out and get back to reality. So we put some first run stuff. So like I say, if it's got in a yellow tub or it's got a yellow sticker on it, buy it.
That's one of those crazy deals because it's not like a funky discontinued anything.
No.
The day before tackle day, that lure is going to be $34.95, and the day after tackle day, it's going to be $34.95.
And they caught yellowfin on it yesterday.
But on Saturday, November 2nd, a week from on this upcoming Saturday, upcoming Saturday, that lure is going to be how much?
13. So the
crazy.
the 160 size is a pretty common size lately.
Super common.
You know, the 195 is the haymaker, and it's like a couple bucks more, $15 or whatever. But that's a $40 lure.
That's ridiculous.
It's crazy.
So it is ridiculous. Like I say, we need to come back to reality on our stock levels. We have bins of this stuff because we were hoarding, and then the popper thing kind of slowed down. Well, this yellowfin loves poppers. We all know that.
Hello. I want a piece of that.
I'm in. How about Clear Choice?
Well, I was just going to go down that road.
Okay.
It's
I know
very,
Cory's like
right?
Cory's I know a Gucci clear popper kind of guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So $49.95 goes down to $32.95. So certainly compelling. I mean,
and those come with
super
high-end hardware.
They're rig right.
Yeah, that's the clear jig with all the Gucci hardware. You don't have to be changing stuff out. And for whatever reason, the fish like them. I mean, they are very effective jigs. I think everybody figured that out. We've sold hundreds per year since they came out.
The bluefin love them. I mean, that's the one where they the shape is there, the size is there, but they can't quite make it out.
Yeah,
they just have to
eat that thing, man.
And there's no tickling it, man. That's an explosion. I love it.
Yeah.
Sign me up.
That's so rad.
Yeah, best fishing ever.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, we've been having a great morning, lots of fun. If you want to get through this morning, give us a call at 213-432-1090. You got questions, rods, reels, tackle, and more. That's how you get a hold of Doug. 213-432-1090. And also your opportunity to win that $100 gift card. Cory, looked like you had a good text standing by.
I do, and it obviously relating to tackle day. This gentleman, poor guy, Ted in San Diego, lost his outfit at Cedros. So he says, good morning, gents. I know he lost his 801 XH with the Tesoro, went over the side at Cedros last month, as he's showing a crying sign. What should I look for at tackle day to replace my surface iron combo for next season?
Ooh.
Thank you, Ted. And
if you're going to stay with an 8-foot rod, I mean, there are so many good choices. There are glass rods, composite rods, all the brands, CalStar, Seeker, United Composites, Phoenix. I believe you might even find we're thinning out some of our pen rods that are super high quality. They'll be outside in the bins, and I saw a couple of 8-foot jig sticks in that mix. So if you're able to get here early, but a 6480 would be a very good generic 8-foot jig stick. 800H CalStar, 6480 heavy Seeker, and just right down the line. The beauty of coming down is you can get with one of our guys, and they're all fish maniacs, and they know every rod that we carry, and they can pull out, from this price to that price and this manufacturer to that manufacturer, and probably pull out 8 choices, and then you can start thinning it down. Well, I don't want to spend that much, or I want American made, or I want, glass. I like composite. I mean, whatever your preferences are. I like green, I like blue, and get it dialed down to 1 or 2, and then you can pull on them, and one of them's going to call your name out. So there's that in that category. There are a lot of choices, and all the rods are going to be 15% off. like we mentioned earlier, the reels are going to be 10% off and free Spectra. Our guys are going to fill them
so
right
crazy.
there for you. So, I mean, yeah, you lost your rod and reel, but at least you'll make up a little of the lost money in buying it at Tackle Day. And then, you know, and for your next trip, you know, if you want to load up on some plastics or jigs or, you know, whatever else you're going to use down there, it's a good place to do that as well.
And what a crazy deal. I mean, free Spectra, are you kidding me? And so I had kind of an idea was running through my mind while you were talking about it. And
Right.
Ted being in San Diego could actually come down, get an eye on the rod. Like, Tackle Day is so darn busy. Like, how do you pull Brandon or Rick or Doug aside, right?
But we have 17 guys working.
Yeah,
so
you'd be surprised.
But he could come down before.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You understand where I'm going?
We have
Yes, I do. We've had a
this
lot of
week leading up to
pre-shoppers.
it.
Yeah.
We have guys come down with their lists. We
Yeah.
pull on all the rods. Okay, I decided I like a CalStar GG 6480.
Yep.
I decided I liked the Trinidad 20 over the Tranks. I decided I want to get 65-pound Spectra, and then they just show up in the morning.
I'll take this.
And
they already know.
Yeah, and they grab Nasty Nate and say, "Hey, I want a GG 6480,
Yeah.
a Tranks 500. Now, whatever. Here's my deposit, or just charge me now, or get it together. I'm gonna go cruise and look at all the booths while
Yeah.
you put that together for me."
Exactly.
We see that a lot.
It's a lot easier to come down and pull on a rod with
You're right.
Brandon at 3 p.m. on a Thursday
You're right about that.
than it is going to be on Tackle Day.
No, you're right.
Great
Rich,
point.
such a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Well, hey, another big component of Tackle Day is raffles and raffles and Rollo, and they go hand in each. We put a ton of effort into making a giant raffle for Tackle Day. And, you know, we one of the requirements that Doug has of every vendor is that they provide something for the mega raffle. I spend weeks on the phone calling and begging and asking all of my buds for killer raffle prizes. We have a giant raffle that we sell tickets through, and then part of the proceeds of that raffle we cut a big check to friends of Rollo, and then Rollo is on site as well to do a bunch of fundraising. And we actually have Mike Lum on the line right now from Friends of Rollo. What's up, Mike?
Hey, good morning, everyone. Well, Tackle Day is already coming up, huh?
It's hard to believe.
I guess I better start thinking about it.
I know you've been thinking
you
about
better
it.
have your boxes in order, buddy.
It's one of our more fun events each year, and we really appreciate Fisherman's Landing letting us be part of it. We know space is limited and attention is limited, and money is limited, but we really, really appreciate it. It's a big help to the organization, and as you all know, the more money we raise, the more kids we can get on their first ocean fishing trip. And you're right, Rick, that raffle you guys put on and share with Rollo is fantastic, and it's an all-day event, and it obviously is very fun. And we will be there again with our booth, and we will be doing a couple things, actually. We're kicking off the sale of our 2025 Grand Raffle ticket sales. That's the annual sale that we do every year, and those prizes will be awarded at Day at the Docks in April. But in the meantime, we're going to sell as many tickets as we can, and part of the promotion this year is going to tie into Pick-a-Box. Everybody loves Pick-a-Box at Tackle Day. It's the only event that we take Pick-a-Box to, and this year the way we're doing it is if you will buy 3 of the Grand Raffle tickets for $30, you will get to pick a box at that point, and then whatever is inside the box, there'll be a card in there with prizes listed, and you'll randomly pick a box and win whatever's inside. And we'll be doing that starting at 3 tickets for $30, and then we'll work up all the way to $2,000. There will be a $2,000 box. It's actually going to be a very, very high quality kill bag this year, but it'll be loaded with prizes.
Hey,
wow.
Cool.
It'll come with 200 of the Grand Raffle tickets for that drawing in April. And then we're going to throw in an extra bonus 40 tickets. So if somebody wants to step up big time and make a $2,000 donation here at the end of the year to Captain Rollo Kids at Sea, they'll walk away with 240 raffle tickets and whatever the prizes are inside that kill bag. And then of course we have other increments fitting everyone's budget. We want to make sure everybody is comfortable with the donation they make to us. We have a lot of great prizes. A lot of our best volunteers will be there helping us. And we will also, not to confuse the matter, we will also be selling our new Rod a Week tickets. And those have been available now for a little while, but we're going to have them right there at the booth, and that drawing will start later in the month. But if you want to get involved in that, you can get information at rollokids.org, or come see us at Tackle Day, and we'll get you a ticket and get you in those drawings.
That's awesome, man. It's all about raising money to send kids out fishing, and then it sure doesn't hurt that you're going to score some rad prizes to go along with it too. It's just a really cool event, and anytime you talk about sending kids out fishing, people give, and I just wanted to take a real quick minute to thank a couple of people in particular. We are very blessed that we have a ton of donations to the big raffle that we're doing this year. But in particular, I really wanted to thank the whole family at the American Angler. I called Lori and asked if there was any way we could get an American Angler t-shirt or a jacket for the raffle. Like, I asked for a t-shirt, and she goes, "Well, I'd be happy to get you a t-shirt. And then with that, we're also going to give you a 2-day trip on the American Angler."
No way.
Yeah, so somebody's going to get a 2-day trip to go fishing on board the Angler and have a new shirt to wear with it.
How cool.
Captain Mike Louse to the Pacific Dawn, a 1.5-day trip on one of their ultra limited load. They only take 18 guys, and those guys have crushed the tuna this year. And if you wanted to upgrade to an even longer trip, he was super cool with that. Captain Frank Lepresti's doing a really cool certificate that would let you go on any of his boats. It's a big gift certificate towards either the Royal Polaris, the Shogun, or the Polaris Supreme.
Wow.
Amadeo Abachar, that awesome wildlife, gave us a
cool art.
Unbelievable. It's a 40-inch yellowfin, all framed up. It's so
That's a part of the raffle?
Dude, it's sickeningly cool.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, it's awesome. Awesome.
I'm going to put together a $200 package for Cedros.
Hey,
how about that?
Whoa, Cory?
Oh my God. I mean, I feel like in a giving mood, man. We're talking good times.
Yeah.
Thanks, it's for
that's
Rollo,
awesome,
man.
buddy. That's cool. Thanks, bud.
Good time.
So it again, and all of this money is just sending kids fishing. Hopefully you walk away and you're going on a 2-day at the Angler, or you're riding the Supreme, or whatever it is. But yeah, exactly. The bottom dollar is you're sending kids fishing with this money, and it's just a fun part of the day.
It is, and one dynamic is the trips have gotten a little more expensive over time, and so Mike and the guys have worked so hard to bring in more money, and they've done an amazing job. But the more people that can support this cause, it just keeps sport fishing going and exposes people to a life-changing event that they wouldn't ordinarily be able to participate in. So, I mean, we have to thank you, Mike, and please pass that along to the guys as well.
Totally.
Well, we will definitely do that. I want to mention one last thing you just made me think of. If you're coming to Tackle Day and you want to make a donation of your used tackle, any kind of used fishing tackle that is sellable, feel free to bring it down. We'll have our trailer there, and we can take it from you right there. And what we'll do is we'll hold that, and it'll be part of our used tackle sale, which we do in April down there at Day at the Docks. And so it's convenient. Rick always accepts the donations every day of the year. But if you happen to be coming down to Tackle Day, you might be thinking about it. You're going to take advantage and buy some of the new reels that are on sale, and you got a couple reels you want to donate. We would love to have them.
Wait till you see the pile that we just got for you.
From Dart?
A couple, exactly, yeah. Rob and Bob Fletcher, Dart, we're cleaning out the garage, and we've got a pile of cool rods for you, Mike, including a bunch that were Dart rods. Yeah, we've got some cool stuff for you, buddy.
Were there any jigs that came with that?
Rob's still laying claim to all the surface signs. I'm working on it though. Let me tell you, I'm putting in some pretty hard work over here. But no, Rob's got yellowtail to go catch those things. But yeah, it was just it was just like we always say with the tackle. They have all the stuff that they're fishing every day, and both of those guys fish forever. Obviously, Dart a lifetime of fishing, and there's a bunch of rods that are fantastic rods or pieces of history, and they're going to catch fish tomorrow. But he's fishing with this one, and so all of those are going to end up with Captain Rollos.
Wow.
Mike, a great job. Can't wait to see you next weekend, and hopefully we raise a bunch of money, and we have a lot of fun doing it.
Looking forward to seeing everyone.
See you, buddy. Thanks very much, Mike.
Thanks, Mike.
See you at Tackle Day next week. And hey, with that, Cory, we're going to find out what's going on the water. It's time for our Fishdope.com report.
And it's brought to us by Fisherman's Processing in San Diego, where you get your premier processing experience. Check out the easier online system to book your processing for your long-range trips. And with more team members, Fisherman's Processing stays far ahead of the rest. More same-day capacity and the finest customer service. Stop by their location in Old Town and Taylor Street, or you can check fishermansprocessing.com and make your reservations today.
We've got the Anglers Realtor standing by, Yusuf Husseini, who does our fishdope.com report. Good morning, Yusuf.
The man.
Good morning, guys. Hope all's well with both of you.
Life is
Doing
good here,
good.
buddy. Talking about all this great fishing. Man, things are great.
Are great. It's pretty crazy that the fishing's still this good. I'm going to start off up off the island. Santa Cruz is still chugged with squid. Fish aren't super aggressive at biting, but there are the odd sea bass and halibut caught up there. There's tons of squid at Catalina as well, and there's a few sea bass, yellowtail being caught. Really good halibut fishing on the backside on the beaches of Cat, and there's not a lot of people fishing them.
Hey, that's good,
right?
That's good dope.
Good news, yeah. San Clemente still has a ton of squid at the dunes to the runaway kelp, and on the backside from Northwest Harbor between the hole in the wall and the purse seines. Pyramid Cove even has squid at the caves. There's a good possibility of getting a sea bass or yellowtail on a ripping tide over there. Also, we've got still bluefin up off of Clemente there, just below the snail, 40 to 80 pound fish. Tanner's biting really good still. In about 200 feet of water, you have good shot at some good sized bluefin, yellowtail, and bonita. I'm gonna head on down south. The Bonda Bank, the Colonet, there are some very large bluefin. Maras and a few other of the Ensenada charters have been putting the wood to them the past couple days. Yeah, big.
I didn't know about that. That's cool. No kidding. That's again. That's why we have the Fishdope report. That's awesome news.
Yep. These fish are only biting on a slack tide. People are getting them traveling cannon. Just picked up a bigger boat the other day out of St. Quentin, and they ran into them on delivery. But they're bigger fish. They're mixed in with the yellowfin as well. It's down the beach. That big spot of yellowfin that was about $1.20 down is now at San Martin Island. And down there hanging out, as everybody knows, those fish are getting bigger, it seems like. 50 to 80 pound class with some a little bit bigger. There are some bluefin mixed in there as well. So there's some fishing to be done.
Man,
1.5 day range is great.
We'll take that.
Lastly, this last week, the sword fishing has been off the charts again. Multiple fish caught off the lower 9 there. And it's just going, man. We still have a good amount of fishing here. And with this sword fishing and lobstering, life is good in San Diego.
Man, we'll take that, buddy. Certainly, as we roll through October and November around the corner, the weather has straightened out. The fish are biting. They're all big. We'll take it. And again, that was a perfect example of why you subscribe to Fishdope. You know, I mean, all the time, like a big bite of big fish that, you know, when there's not every guy fishing every day, things kind of go unchecked. But if you're a member of Fishdope, you stay on it and on the latest. Well, a great job. And if you want to save $30 off of a new membership to fishdope.com, you can use the code HOOKUP NOW. It's all lowercase, no space. Hook Up Now saves you $30. And Yusuf, if somebody wants to stay on top of the real estate game, how do we do it with you?
You can get me on my cell at 619-277-2169 or on my website, SoCalHomeEval.com.
And it's such an easy thing that you do with the. You still have that available on your site where you can punch in the particulars of your house and get an idea of what the market value is for what you're sitting on right now.
100%. It'll kick out a report for you that tells you what your home's worth and how fast the homes are selling in your area, and a lot of info you probably don't need on your home.
and that's a free thing that you can do because you take care of the family and it all comes around, and you got such high regards with all of our guys. Well, Yusuf, a great job as always. Thanks for compiling such a great report, and we'll look forward to talking to you next week.
Thanks, guys. Have a great weekend.
All right, buddy. Appreciate that very much.
That's good stuff, and it's brought to us by Norsk Lithium Batteries, and they're here in Southern California. Designed specifically for marine use, Norsk Lithium features prismatic sails for extreme durability, solid connections, longevity, and reliability. The Norsk Guardian Advanced Battery Management System allows you to monitor the health and charging status by using an app on your iPhone or on your phone. Norsk also makes a complete line of kayak and electric reel batteries. Make an investment in the best for your boat, Norsk Lithium. Check norsklithium.com or go see the Trolling Motor Doctor or Anglers Marine in both Anaheim and Lakeside for your Norsk Lithium batteries. And I bet that's a big one for the swordfish thing too,
Oh,
right?
dude, right? Yeah. Electric reel batteries that weigh less than 3 pounds.
Yeah.
It'll run your reel. Yeah, it's a huge one. Well, I had a great text come through. It says, well, clearly you guys are having too much fun this morning. My question is, are you guys going to have any foul weather gear or clothing on sale at Tackle Day? That's from Cory in Escondido.
All right, Cory, here's the little secret. We have several pages of specials. That particular item is not on sale. But if you ask one of our guys nicely, you're probably going to get a discount.
Right.
Because we want this to be fun for everybody. And if you're one of 2 or 3 guys that come in looking for foul weather gear and we don't happen to have it on sale, just ask nicely and you're probably going to get a discount.
There it is.
Yeah.
Well, that's for the foul weather gear.
Yeah.
Clothing, though.
Yeah. So the clothing is always on sale. We've got shorts, hats, shirts. There's the first run stuff in the store, and it goes, anywhere from, roughly 20 to 33% off. And then outside, we've got some of the things that have been discontinued, and they're going to be like 50 to 80% off. And we've got some of our shirts down to $3.99.
Come on.
I know I had to do a double take. Is that right? $3.99. So buy 10 of those for $40 and take it on your 10-day long range trip and throw one away every day.
Cheaper than doing laundry.
So clothing, every category.
I know Fishworks does $15 off all of their shorts across the board.
Yep.
They have t-shirts that are normally $33. They're on sale for $19.95.
Yep.
That's like first run in the store.
Yeah,
stuff.
and all hats in the store $10 off. Doesn't matter what style, but most of the hats are around 30, so now they're going to be around 20. That kind of thing. Fisherman's Landing shirts $20. They're normally $30, and Salty Crew, Aftco, all of them. Yep.
All good deals.
Legit.
Lawrence is going to be there too, though, right? Yeah. He's actually going to have a booth. Yeah.
Yeah. Lawrence has
He's
a
such
booth.
a cool guy.
Aftco has a booth.
Last year,
Salty Crew has a booth.
Last year, I got this cool vest. I got it from Lawrence. This cool, like reversible camouflage on one side, black on the other.
Nice.
And the zipper works on both sides the same, and something to check out.
Yeah, yeah.
The cool thing about having Lawrence here is we have a big Fishworks display inside the tackle store, but it's only so much. And so when Lawrence is there, we get just exactly like you just mentioned. There's a lot of stuff that we do, and we always compare notes. Okay, we have this. I'm bringing that. And we have these. Okay, I'm going to bring those. So we have a lot of cool Fishworks to offer, and the same thing with Aftco and Salty. It's
with it all,
lot of gear on sale.
Like if you're going through and you just see that camouflage vest, take a double look because it's more than what meets the eye.
I like it.
Good time.
Yeah, certainly a lot of fun. Doug, when we come back, we got a lot more Let's Talk Hookup coming your way. Lots of your phone calls. It's been a very busy morning though. But Cory, if somebody wants to get through right now, this is the opportunity.
Please do. We'll take your call when we come back. 213-432-1090, and we're going to be right back on the Let's Talk Hookup app and the Sports Grid Radio Network.
Been thinking of purchasing a new outboard? Don't delay and purchase a brand new Yamaha outboard and a great deal during Yamaha's Wide Awake for Spring sales event. From now until December 6, 2024, eligible new 25 to 2.5 horsepower outboards come with up to $500 in dealer credit. New Yamaha 450 to 425 horsepower outboards include 7 years of coverage protection, and new 350 to 30 horsepower outboards come with 6 years of coverage protection. No need to delay during Yamaha's Wide Awake for Spring sales event. Visit your local Yamaha dealer today today. Yamaha, reliability starts here. Authorized December 6, 2024. Subject to change. Other restrictions and conditions apply. Sport models excluded. 2.5 to 25 horsepower. Four-stroke outboards. It is dealer credit up to $500 based on horsepower. Ford's MSRP value of goods and/or services purchased at the authorized participating dealer that sold the outboard at no extra cost to consumer. New 425 to 450 horsepower is a 24-month Yamaha extended added 60-month factory limited warranty. New 30 to 350 horsepower is a 36-month Yamaha extended service added to 36-month factory limited warranty. The authorized participating Yamaha outboard dealer for detail. Cannot be used with any other Yamaha outboard.
Hey, this is Captain Benny Florentino, owner-operator of Coastal Charters. Just want to announce that I'll be running the Camus 26 hybrid boat from West Coast Marine in Costa Mesa. Hybrid being a center console with bay boat features. The boat features a Michael Peters stepped hull that'll give both myself and my guests a comfortable dry ride. West Coast Marine in Costa Mesa will be carrying the 26 hybrid, 28 hybrid, and also a 34 cat. Heck, they even have some great looking bass boats. But if you have any other questions, feel free to call Nick Kelly or Kyle Mesa at West Coast Marine in Costa Mesa, and we'll see you on the water.
Take it from Captain Benny Florentino. West Coast Marine in Costa Mesa is your source for Camus boats, as well as Parker boats, Yamaha outboards, and now Mercury outboards. Sales and service, the finest you can find. Go see Nick and the guys at West Coast Marine on Newport Boulevard in Costa Mesa, or check westcoastmarine.com.
Get ready for the largest event in our history. Saturday, November 2nd, it's Tackle Day at Fisherman's Landing in San Diego. We'll have great savings from Daiwa on Saltus, Saltiga, and the entire electric reel lineup. A fantastic offer on the Proteus rod and SK jigs, too. Over 20 manufacturers reps, including Daiwa. Plenty of seminars, saltwater experts, huge raffle, and most of all, incredible deals on tackle. Up to 60% off. Tackle Day at Fisherman's Landing, Saturday, November 2nd.
Captain Jamie Tennis from Season Sport Fishing here. For the past few seasons, a dart-styled metal jig has come into play in a big way for tuna offshore or even rockfish down deep. AFCO's crossbreed jig has quickly become the go-to for many since it came onto the market. AFCO's crossbreed jig is good to go right out of the package with a 4X treble hook, heavy-duty split rings, West Coast colors, and sizes 60 gram to 120 gram. Pick one up today at your local tackle store or learn more on AFCO.com.
Hey, this is Rosie with Cedros Sport Fishing. We have always been the leader with all-inclusive fishing trips to Cedros Island. We now have 2 lodges to choose from, and both sit on the cliff's edge with relaxing ocean views and gorgeous morning sunrises. With direct flights departing to the CBX in San Diego, we are committed to providing first-class service to our guests and an unforgettable fishing experience. Come check out the yellowtail and calico bass capital in the world. Nobody does it better than Cedros Sport Fishing. Call me at 619-772-7570 or check us out at cedrosportfishing.com. Book soon. Trips are going fast.
All right, welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup, man. All these tackle day deals got me all lathered up, and you want to join us? 213-432-1090, giving away $100 gift card.
Yes,
man.
we are.
To Fisherman's Landing.
We heard Captain Jamie from Season Sport Fishing during that last commercial break talking about the AFCO crossbreed jig.
Yeah.
Any deals on those?
So all the AFCO jigs we have, we're doing 50% off.
Like all the stick bait, jerk bait, swimmer,
which is crazy.
Crossbreed.
I know
those come legit. Like they
exactly.
come like we're talking
again,
about
the first run thing.
Heavy duty split. I'm so lathered up. Heavy duty split rings, the legit 4X trebles.
I know Dylan in the shop. He takes those jerk baits down to LA Bay and just annihilates the Cabri on those things.
Yeah,
he said, and so then I got my grandson's pitching coach on those, and because he goes down there, and he said I was the only one catching fish because I was using those. I mean, they worked better. It wasn't like they were just wide open or something. You had to draw the bite, and so I mean, there's some pretty legit stuff going on there.
And those swimmers are interesting too.
Oh yeah,
Dylan, whose whole family has had a house in LA Bay, expert status of being down there, swears by that particular jerkbait. I mean, you're talking a kid that's got a box full of the Gucciest tackle, that like all of us idiots at the store spend your entire paycheck on, on some your crazy Japanese trick jerkbait. And he said just day in, day out, that's the one. That AFCO jerkbait. He is convinced that is the lure for down
hooks
there.
and hardware on there is, beefed up.
You don't need to change it.
No. Because a lot of this
That's
stuff
the
you
beauty.
buy, this one's only $10, I'll buy that one. And when then your hook straightens up or pulls out of the jig, And this stuff doesn't do that. It's got the good stuff and it's built correctly.
Well,
AFCO does it right.
Yeah, we've been talking a ton of deals and we've been talking all these particular tackle things. What about the other big draw? Like, who's going to be there? You know, I mean, a big part of Tackle Days is all the booths and vendors and people that are part of the show. Who is it? Who's going to be in the parking lot?
I just want to rattle off everybody that's going to be there. It's all the names everybody already knows, but AFCO, Accurate, CalStar, Costa Glasses, deals on those. Daiwa, Fishworks, Gamakatsu, of course, Iser, and JRI, we talked about earlier, was a last-minute add-on that we found space for. Maxell Reels, all this, jigging stuff that's going on. They're a premier jigging reel company. Mustad, Olokai, owner, of course, some of our best friends in the industry. Penn, Phoenix, Power Pro, Salty Crew, Seaguar. That's our buy one, get one free deal. That's like an anchor.
And these are all people that are displaying. Like, this isn't just there'll be a deal on this thing. These are all going to be there.
Yeah,
like the manufacturer.
They set up a booth. You can ask them questions about their product. You get a chance to see them maybe once or twice a year, and so just renew the relationship with them. Shimano, they're just family. Two Fish Jigs, West Coast Jiggers. It's such a crazy lineup of just the right people. Saltwater, they're all of our anchor vendors that we deal with day in and day out in the store, and we're so appreciative to all of them for coming down. These reps have to take their Saturday out when maybe they want to spend some family time, and we try to make it easy on them. We do 9 in the morning till 3 in the afternoon. On the outside portion of it, the store opens up at 6 in the morning, so that's the other secret. Come on down early
With your
before
list,
it gets
too.
going crazy, and get your reels bought and get them in line, for getting filled up, and then go listen to Let's Talk Hookup, and then you can go outside and talk to all the vendors, and then
catch a seminar.
We've got 3 raffles throughout the day, and I think you should talk about the raffles. Rick hand picks some really awesome raffle seminar speakers.
But the raffle deals for the raffle. You mentioned some of that with Mike Lum.
Yeah,
the American Angler.
You can't even describe how many raffle prizes have come into the shop that are. They're not. It's not just a jig. It's like legitimate stuff.
One of my favorites, Karma Flyers, the guys that do the frozen flying fish. Somebody's getting a certificate that's good for 6 flyers. The things are $25 a piece. Somebody's getting $150 worth of flyers for next year. Everingham Brothers always takes such good care of us, gives us a ton of certificates for free scoops of bait. The Landing inappropriately takes care of us half-day trips. Taro gives a full-day trip to go fishing on board the Liberty. Trips on, it's awesome. The
local restaurants here.
Valley High, Pizza Nova, Point Loma Seafoods. John Christensen dropped off the most certificates he's ever done.
Come on.
Yeah, people really, really show up for us, and we're really, really appreciative.
Now I have squid sandwich on the mind.
Oh,
man.
don't kid. Yeah.
And then the seminars, we want to talk about those. We've got, we used to do seminars on the boats. Well, the boats are all fishing in November these days. So we've got the main stage in the parking lot, and Rick's done, he wants to have a variety of interesting topics. So why don't you talk about those?
I would say the biggest things that we do is try to find things that are nichey, and a seminar would really help a guy's game with it, but they're very important in the type of fishing that we do right now. And so we have 3 seminars that we're really, really proud. Everything's free. There's no money involved in any of this stuff. The first one is our surface iron seminar, and that's with Captain Matt Bralla of the San Diego and an owner of Two Fish Jigs. And he's going to be talking all things surface iron, both the gear, technique, style of fishing, picking lures, casting lures, the gear that it takes to do it. So we're really excited there.
And how appropriate is that with all the yellowtail we had this year? That is timely.
It's still happening.
Yes.
Still happening.
And let me say this too. It's a jig fishing seminar. I keep saying surface iron. Like, there's an art to getting bites on the yo-yo jig. Bralla is the expert at it, both in positioning the boat and then seeing what guys are catching. The difference in materials of jigs, brass jigs versus not, big jigs versus smaller. So really stoked to get to have Captain Matt Bralla do that one. Next, and again, a thing that has become so popular and so many big fish caught with, but it's a new technique for us, is all of that, everything in that vertical speed jigging world.
There's a mystique about it.
Totally
It works. It is just crazy, productive, but it's like on lighter gear than you would ever think, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
and the gear is such a specific part of it.
Yeah.
And you watch it when the guy gets dialed with the technique, the right rod, the right reel. All of a sudden, you're watching these rods you're convinced are not appropriate for catching a big fish, and you're seeing green, flat-backed, 150-pound bluefins to the boat in minutes. It's rodeo time for the poor guys trying to put a gaff in it, but they're really good at catching big ones fast. And we have the full team, the pro team from West Coast Jiggers. I would say the guys that are at the forefront of that. Also, Brian Wynn's going to be talking. It'll be a combination of Brian and the guys from West Coast Jiggers. We're really pumped on that. And those guys are so dialed in. They charter all of our boats. They're fishing all the time. They're such masters when it comes to the technique and info. So really, really proud to have that seminar. And then finally, such a cool one. We talked about it yesterday. Captain Benny Florentino and his son, Matt Florentino. Benny, obviously, from Coastal Charters, but we're going to have a father-son duo, calico bass inshore. And what more things could you say to complement a Florentino seminar? Those guys are just the very best at what they do.
Benny is one of those most humble, informative, knowledgeable guys in the industry that's willing to share.
Yeah,
he's I can't say enough good things. I love Benny. I do. He's a really good guy.
I think everybody in the industry does. I mean, he's just one of those guys that is, upstanding, top notch,
100%.
Not a big ego, and he does it for the
love of it all.
Yes, and for the clients, not for himself.
And how cool that Matt, now with Salty Crew is going to be doing it with him again.
My head was spinning.
A big bass assassin, loves going down fishing Baja, Cabria. It's just it's great. I can't wait. It's going to be
speaking of which,
looking at our timing has been killer today. We've got the man, Benny Florentino, is on the line right now. What's up, Benny?
Hey, morning, boys. Those are some really, really nice compliments. Thank you. I'm really looking forward to the sale next Saturday. Saturday, right? Yeah, Saturday.
Yeah,
Saturday. I just wanted to call in. I'm sitting just outside of Northwest Harbor here around the corner, 67.2 degrees.
Wow.
It looks like we have some downhill currents, some birds kind of dipping, and we're kind of getting our morning started here at San Clemente. 30 knots on that Mercury-powered Camus all the way out here from Newport.
Jeez, that's unreal, buddy.
The wind hasn't started yet, but I know later in the day we're going to try to get it done before that wind comes up. But I really look forward to talking bass. And, what I'm really, really excited about, one is seeing all the anglers, but doing a seminar with my son. He's as knowledgeable as they can be, and, talk about clothing, talk about all the different areas he's fished, from freshwater to saltwater, and targeting those trophy calico bass on his Hobie kayak at night while his kids are asleep. So there's some really good diversity we can talk about. We talked about, inshore fishing, island fishing, as we're doing now with Greg and Nate. Nate's throwing a surface iron on the bow, and Greg's throwing a swim bait. We're trying to get bit here. Conditions are phenomenal right now, so really looking forward to it.
Oh, that's awesome, Benny. Well, we can't wait to have you. It's going to be a great day, and it sounds like some good fishing ahead for your boys there. Glad you guys were able to scoot across in such good conditions.
Dude, Northwest, 67-degree water.
Put me there, man.
Hello.
I love it.
Oh yeah, it's pretty incredible. And for all your listeners, yesterday I fished Catalina, just as your report just a few minutes ago. I caught the tail end, but yeah, it was, we had really good boiler fishing. We caught like 30 plus bass, nothing really big, but fun for first timers, throwing swim baits, weedless baits, you name it, spinner baits for calico bass in late October here. And the highlight of the show was watching these big humpbacks breaching for about 15 minutes.
Wow.
So my guys got a huge show at the end of the day. It was pretty phenomenal. So,
that's
but anyways,
great.
I just wanted to call in, say hi to Doug, Cory, Ricky. Look forward to seeing all you guys next weekend, and of course all the anglers at the sale.
You're the best, buddy. Appreciate it very much, buddy. Thanks for the check. Can't wait to see you next week, and can't wait to have the seminar with you and Matt. We're really looking forward to it, buddy. Thanks for the check.
Right on, guys. Great show.
Such a good one, man. All those
That's cool
accolades that
timing.
came, all the accolades that came, honest to God, we had
that was
no
all,
idea.
Yeah, that was all. Yeah, that was
Just
a legit
popped up
one.
on the screen. It's like,
Yeah.
whoa.
Yeah, that was a legit one. Hey, well, the phone lines are packed, and so are the texts. We're going to jump back into the text with a good morning to Rick, Doug, and Cory. Hey, are you guys going to have the mystery box at this year's Tackle Day? You had some really cool stuff in them last year. I even saw guys walking away with brand new fishing reels. So many great specials, fun stuff. Can't wait for Saturday. That's from Arnie and Vista.
Hey, Arnie. Yep, the mystery box is part of Tackle Day now, and it's a really fun thing. We have 50 boxes. 25 of them are going to cost you $50, and there's guaranteed to be at least $125 worth of merchandise in those. And then we've got the $100 box, which has at least $250 worth of merchandise in there. Now, in the $50 box, one of them is going to have the merchandise, but as well a Shimano TLD 15 lever drag reel. We got smart this year. Everybody was shaking the boxes trying to figure out which one had the reel in it. We put a coupon in there this time, so you're not going to be able to tell which one. So good luck with that.
Say that again, though.
I know, right?
$50 box.
Yep.
Guarantees you how much money in potential, or
so $125
is the minimum,
and it could be lures, it could be tools, every category, could be clothing, it could be Spectra line, it could be fluorocarbon. There's just it's all stuff that is fairly generic and usable, so you're going to find something in there that you get to use.
But one of the 25 boxes is going to have the coupon for
so one box is going to get a lever drag 2-speed Shimano TLD reel.
That's of the
TLD
$50
15
boxes.
on the $50 box. Then
Now,
the
$100
$100 boxes, we've got an accurate lever drag Fury reel in one of them. We've got a Penn Carnage rod, about a $300 rod, in another one, and we've got a $200 bait motel, so that you put it in your slip and keep your mackerel for
a bait
or your
receiver.
sardines or whatever, just a bait receiver.
Yeah.
So and that's not the only prize in there. There's still going to be some other stuff in there, some jigs or some line or some fluorocarbon or some tools or whatever.
So is this going to be at the Fisherman's Landing, or is this at Mike
the outside
Long?
booth?
It'll
be Fisherman's Landing.
It'll
Like
be
the outside
in
booth.
the Fisherman's Landing booth.
It's in addition to
outside
Friends of Rollo, but benefiting.
This is just a
no,
regular
this
tackle store mystery
This
box
is-
sale.
Wow.
Yeah, it's just, again,
Too many cool things happening.
I know.
Like I said, we overbought for about 4 years during
Yeah.
the supply chain issue, and so this is good stuff. I mean, I guarantee you there's going to be some Aftco jerk baits in there. There's going to be
crazy,
some dikes and some pliers and
Sounds like too much fun, Doug.
Some Spectra line, and I mean, I can't think of necessarily all the items that are in there, but I mean, it's all just stuff that you would use.
Yeah, it's all legit.
And that's
stuff.
just a fun. It's
cool.
It's gambling.
Last year was so much. Last year they went in like 30 seconds. Like we didn't have nearly enough of them. We didn't think it was going to be as successful as it was. Guys were like reaching over the top of other guys, but I mean, it's just that it's $50 and $125 worth of gear. It was jigs and lures, and it was the most popular thing we
and
did
a chance
last year.
to win like a $400 reel.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
It's really
crazy.
cool. Well, we're running short on time. There's another
Yeah.
thing at Tackle Days that I was dying to talk about, and that's the Shimano casting contest.
Yep, that's become a staple, fun thing. It's on the main pier. The San Diego anglers help us put that on. They do all the work, and they keep track of everybody's casts. And so basically, we have a Shimano Terramar 90H rod and a Tranx 500 reel filled with 40-pound test triple X Iser line, and it's free. You step up. You can make one practice cast that does not count. So if that's your bomber cast, too bad.
Still doesn't count. Yeah, first one.
And then you get two, counters that two casts that count.
You get one practice and then two
Right.
that are going to count.
Yep.
And then we just record your distances. And if you want to come back, maybe you didn't have your best effort, you could do better. You can pay $10. It goes to Rollo. You can do that twice. you can't do it like unlimited times.
So can I pay my $20 and do
Yes.
it for 4 times in a row?
But you got to go to the back of the line.
Oh, you got to get back in line. Okay.
So you step up, you make your 2 casts. You weren't quite happy with it. You go to the back of the line. You pay $10. You do it again. You can do that twice. So you pay $10 a second time.
All benefiting Rollo.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then we have prizes for first, second, and third. A Tranx 500, Terramar 90H rod.
Yes, please.
And hand-selected 6-pack of surface irons from Fisherman's Landing Tackle employees. Then we also have a rod.
We take the box, a Plano box. We have 6 of the guys, and we tell them each to pick out
their favorite jig.
Pick out. So they go through the rack and pick out whatever they think. Oh, this one's got sharp edges. One got right. So like 6 guys will all put that into the box.
How cool is that?
Totally.
Yeah.
And in addition to that, the first place prize is going to win a spot on next year's Jig Chuckers ball on board the San Diego. Yeah, Booger and Captain Brandon Hayward are going to bring the Jig Chuckers ball back.
Dude, that is worth it.
That alone
is
worth it.
You know, I mean, that's where they invited all of like the top captains and surface guys from all the way up and down the coast, Channel Islands to Mexico. All the big captains, you know.
Cy was on there. There was
Captain Brian Kiyahara, Alan Fay. I mean,
all
the best of Steve Peterson, Taro, the best of the best are all there. And the winner of the casting contest is going to get to go rub shoulders and go fish with all those guys because they're getting a free spot on the Jig Chuckers ball for next year.
And that's all in the casting contest.
Yeah, that's for the longest cast of the day. And it's free.
And the fun part about that, well, I want to finish the prizes. There's a ladies prize and a juniors prize that both get rods. But sitting and heckling the casters while you're eating your taco from El Royo is the best.
That's the best part for sure.
So the taco truck?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's the
Come on.
That was my
taco truck.
You're killing me.
My very first duty of tackle day, like, okay, it's time to start. That's the first phone call I make is to secure our taco.
Oh,
guy.
my God.
Yeah,
I'm there.
Yeah,
all right.
totally.
Hey, listen, we're going to be right back on Let's Talk Hookup. More with Doug Kern. We're going to find out who's won this $100 gift card when we come back on the Let's Talk Hookup app and the Sports Grid Radio Network.
Well, hopefully we'll be going.
Are we
hopefully
still
we'll be
on?
going back, Chris. We're going to go to our final break here. But in the meantime, I had another great word.
Yeah.
Dean Jameson
said
he's going to be there, Doug. So
Nice.
I just got a text from Dean wanting to let the guys know that Dean Jameson is going to be there at Tackle Day.
How cool is that?
So we're standing by here. We lost Chris there, but hopefully we'll get him back. And in the meantime, we'll just keep rolling until we hear from him. Doug, is there another prize or is there another deal that you're dying to give? It's an important one that we haven't got to read yet while we're standing by waiting to hear from Chris here.
Well, you know how crazy that Mad Mac craze was during the bluefin bite, and we didn't have a lot of bluefin here, but those are going to be 60% off. So, for instance, the 200, which is the most popular size, is going to be $29.90 or $23.95 as opposed to $60.
Come on,
that's crazy.
So, I mean, I can just go down this list and touch one with my finger without even looking, and there, there's just crazy deal after crazy deal. The old style DTX 200s, which were replaced by the new style this year, they're 60% off, $24.95, and those things were $62.95.
So all these deals are killing me. So if I want to take advantage, I know it starts at 7, you said, or
so the store opens at 6. You can come in right then and
get those deals.
Town. Our booth outside, which a lot of these deals are going to be in the booth, on tables in yellow bins and hanging up with yellow tags.
Yeah.
If it has a yellow tag or a yellow bin, buy it. You keep saying that, but it's true. That's from 9 to 3.
9 to 3.
After Let's Talk Hookup ends, the booths outside are officially open,
right.
And then you can start wandering through and talking to the vendors, shopping in our booth. The store will be open from 6 to 6. So
6 p.m. If I'm working on Saturday, I can come down at 4 p.m. and still get some of the deals.
If your kid has the baseball tournament,
if there's anything left,
at 3, there will be stuff left. Trust me.
That's the thing is, inside deals, which are all the first run stuff, all the the reel, every single reel in the counter is getting a discount. We talked swordfish yesterday. Electric reels, all of that is going to be discounted price and free Spectra. I mean, you want to talk about, every
I'm
year.
trying to wrap my mind around
a couple guys buy like a Hooker 50 wide. I mean, you're talking saving hundreds of dollars.
Like
Saturday, November 2nd.
It's that level of deal.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
sounds like Chris has got us back there again. When we come back, we're going to do a little more Let's Talk Hookup coming your way on the Let's Talk Hookup app and the Sports Grid Radio Network. Where are we at there, Chris? All right. Well, I think we're just going to take it here to the end. And, again, Doug, an amazing sale. We're super pumped about it. First, let's do the honors and flip our prize coin because, one thing for sure, we stayed on our stream. So those that were listening on the app maybe missed the last little portion of the show there, but stream's still running. Doug's going to do us the honors flipping that prize coin.
All right, here we go.
We could have a caller or a texter today. Today we have a texter.
Nice.
Congratulations to Ernie,
cool.
Who's calling from Dallas, Texas, but in his text was saying he can't wait to be at Tackle Day. So I think
Nice.
that's probably where you'll be spending that thing, Ernie. Congratulations. You got yourself $100 at Tackle Day. And Doug, again, cannot begin to thank you enough for taking the time. One more time, give us the rundown. How do we get all these deals? When is it? We can't wait.
Yep. Tackle Day next Saturday, November 2nd. Store opens at 6, closes at 6 in the evening. The booths outside are from 9 to 3. Let's Talk Hookup is a remote broadcast in the parking lot from 7 to 9. 25 top vendors. We mentioned all of them. Casting contest, seminars, Rollo raffle, and just a great day. Don't forget the El Royo tacos, best tacos in town. Get yourself a 3-pack of tacos and sit and watch the casting contest and heckle the backlashers. It's going to be a great day.
You got it, man. Thanks for joining us. It was a great time, and we appreciate you. Next Saturday, again, just like Doug said, live from Tackle Day, and then next Sunday, Captain Brandon Hayward from Bite Sport Fishing. We'll look forward to you. See you at Tackle Days next weekend, 7 to 9 a.m., right back here on the Let's Talk Hookup app and the Sports Grid Radio Network.